Wouldn't you like to finally stop emotional eating for good, lose weight quickly, and eat healthy long term? Wouldn't you like to create weight loss whenever you want it and be confident that you can keep it off? Wouldn't you like to finally stop the feeling of being out of control with food and reach your weight loss goals? Wouldn't you like to have the healthy eating routine that you really truly love, that feels easy to maintain? Of course you do. That's why you're here. I'm Rod Dowdell, and I'm going to be teaching you today in this training things to help you end emotional eating and create weight loss whenever you want. And once you end emotional eating, it will be gone for good. Today, I will be teaching you things that you can do immediately to get you started on a journey to end emotional eating and create weight loss on command. Have tons of energy, eat healthy, and actually enjoy it this time, and have the ability to maintain it all consistently and forever and easily. We all want to attain that healthy body of our dreams and keep it forever, but we also want to enjoy the process and love the results. I mean, it takes a special person to achieve this, and that's what you are, because you're here watching this training right now. But before we get into this training, let's talk about 3 things that people who truly want to end emotional eating and feel amazing within our bodies, 3 things to get there. And oftentimes we get stuck behind these truly real roadblocks, and it's stopping us from achieving all of these great things that we want in our life. And what I found as a chronic binge eater myself is that a lot of people experience what I like to call the roller coaster effect. Essentially, when you on the up and down sequences of dieting, where you're emotional eating, then you lose weight and try to get healthy, then you start a new diet with high hopes and you're on fire, and you go down that path. In a few weeks you make progress, and then you take a break because you felt like you deserve it because all the effort that you put in, and you cycling through losing 10 pounds, then you gain it back, and then you go through this another phase where it's time to do it again. You get that momentum and you jump into it head first and repeat over and over again. This up and down effect causes you to feel defeated. You get tired of buying produce, letting it sit in the refrigerator and rot, and starting over with the newfound willpower and the temporary progress, hating yourself because you're concluding that something is wrong with you. After you continue this addictive cycle over and over again, you may begin to feel like your metabolism is broken. Don't that sound familiar? The problem is there's no emergency stop button for this cycle. It feels like it's never ending, and we feel like that we're doomed to forever be overweight. You may begin to feel very poor and out of control with food and the iteration of new diets, and it just get worse and worse every time we change it, and we feel worse and worse about ourselves. And sometimes it might not even feel worth it anymore. And that's honestly the harsh reality for a lot of people, is this up and down yo-yo dieting roller coaster. Like, this is real. You can't stop emotional eating because you're tired, you're stressed, you're upset, and you keep repeating this cycle for what reason, whatever reason, but it always boils down to emotionally eating. And many times people hate the way their diet food tastes. They hate losing the same 10 pounds, 15 pounds over and over again, then gaining it back, then losing it every time they change diets. And every time they change diet, they think this one is going to be the new one. This is going to be the one that's going to change me and it's going to get you the results that you're looking for. And you may have tried apps that have point system that tracks every single thing that you consume, which is kind of challenging because it takes a lot of willpower and effort versus the results that you get, especially if you're not used to it. You may try the meal replacement calorie counting or other fad diets, or cutting out food groups, calling people and having people to hold you accountable, or apps that actually try and have people to hold you accountable, like buddy systems and so forth, as if you're like a kid and you need to call someone to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. But overall, none of these work long term. Like, they're designed to give you quick wins, to play with the part of your brain that like that, to make you feel like you're winning, and you're only winning in the short term, because if you can't stick with the long term, then what is that all about? Because you're just going to repeat that same cycle over again. This may cause a lot of people to feel broken, as if something is wrong with you. But what if you have a clear, proven system that works for your weight loss and you don't have to lose the same weight over and over again? What if being slim was easy? Like being in my shape, my condition right now is easy for me. Like I'm in complete control over my food, the way it tastes, what's going on in my life. And I know I can eat healthy and I can keep the weight off and lose more if I want, and for the rest of my life, because I've been doing this for years. And I say years, I mean 5 years or better. And I'm completely in control of my food. I hate to use the word system, but it's pretty relevant, because system means that it's a straight path to your goal. Meaning a lot of people has tried it. It's been finely tuned to eliminate all the BS. It's been tuned to eliminate any slopes, curves, bends, dips, trials, errors. Been proven to eliminate all of that to get you straight to your goal, a path that goes straight to point A to point B, which is what we all are looking for, to get there and to stay there. And that's the ultimate truth. You get there, you stay there, you control it whenever you want. Truly losing weight on command. You don't have to worry about one little interruption, no life situation, no other person, people situation that's going to throw you off your goal. You don't have to worry about having a bad day. You don't have to worry about missing or miscounting calories or getting that last count in, unless that's the way you want, because that way work if you're used to it, if you're accustomed to it. But if you're new, then it's challenging. And honestly, sometimes I think the real reason why we're going down these roller coasters, because the systems and process that we use are challenging and uncomfortable, or we're not used to them. We don't have the flexibility to do the way we want to do and stick to the diet that we're trying to apply in our lives. That's the real challenge. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rod Dowdell. I was an emotional binge eater for some time in my life. I used to love my sweets, and I used to eat them and eat them and eat them. That was my issue. I used to gain a lot of weight. And at one point I gained the most I ever gained at one time period. And it really, really bothered me. And I suffered some effects, some health issues. And during that time, I knew it was time to make a change. I searched for many ways to end my binge eating cycles, my sweet cravings. I tried all kinds of things. I tried a lot of diets. I tried extreme diet. I tried intermittent fasting. I tried keto. I tried carnivore. I tried vegetarian. I tried vegan. I tried a slow carb diet. I tried almost everything that you probably could name. I tried it. And for years and years and years. And the diets didn't lead to extreme health issues, but the way I was binging and eating my food led to a lot of extreme health issues. Fortunately, the diet led to a lot of different positive effects with my mentality and self-control, which is a very good thing. And I can truly say that I have cracked the code on emotional eating. Not only just emotional eating, binge eating, cyclic eating, all the kind of eating that you do not like and want in your life. I figured it out. I found the way around that. You can transform it if you want to. You can eliminate it if you want to. Whatever you want, you can do it, because it's going to be all in your control. And the thing that led me down this path was not the diet, was not the trials, the challenges, everything I did. It was the mindset process that I started training for and learning. I developed my mindset, and that's truly when things started making a change. I ran into my friend Chappie years ago, and I started taking mindset courses and classes. And once I finished that, everything truly changed. I developed the powers internally to change my life. I developed structure within my mindset and my being to control whatever I wanted, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to be within my entire life. And that included dieting. And that included success. That included health goals, money, finances, self-esteem, confidence, self-assurance, boundary, everything that I needed. It developed out of learning how to control my mindset. Now I'm creating a healthy eating, life-changing revolution for people that wants to change their life. And the kind of people is the people that are right here watching this video. You're here because it piqued your curiosity. You're ready for a change. You're tired of the yo-yoing. You're tired of changing diets. You're tired of losing and gaining the same weight back, going in this vicious cycle. You're tired of it. That's why you're here, and you're in the right place. The first thing you have to do is be able to pause, reset, and think. And that's what you're doing here by being here. You're taking the time to reflect on your life and your goals and what you're doing. Some people call this using self-awareness, but self-awareness is what causes change. When you think about your action, ponder over them, and see yourself in the act, that is the beginning of change. If you can control that mechanism, you can change anything in your life. So I have 3 things that I'm going to share with you that can literally end emotional eating for good. And I'm going to start with the biggest mistake that people with emotional eating, even though they're trying to stop the cycle, I'm going to share with you why they struggle to maintain weight loss over time. And I'm going to move you to a place where you can reach your perfect weight forever. So sit back, relax, get ready to take some notes, and we're going to dive into this. First of all, let's talk about the people that I like to work with. First, it's men and women over the age of 30 who are tired of this cycle of going up and down with their weight, who have tried a lot of things and who is interested in making a permanent change and willing to commit and devote the time within themselves and their life to get there. They're tired of emotional eating. They're tired of trying different diets, which is probably not the issue, but they're tired of going in this cycle because the cycle is the part that's causing the failures. When you find the source inside of you, that's how you get there. People that want to eat healthy, they want to eat healthy long term, but they can't seem to get there. They don't like the food that they have to eat. Some of the food tastes nasty. Some of it is not making them feel satiated, anything that you can think of. And it reminded me of some of my clients. They had the same issues. I'm like, Johnny, he was emotional eating and sitting down and doing all these things for years. And we started my program. After 1 month, he lost 15 pounds. And after 2 months, he lost 30 pounds. And continues to lose weight as we speak. Not only did he attend all the classes and the courses and did all the trainings, but he took the content and information and took it to heart, and he received those results immediately because he was devoted to change. And also Sydney, she went down the same path. Johnny was an accountant. Sydney, she is a teacher, and she was tired of emotional eating. She used to deal with a lot of stress. She had a lot of situations at home, a lot of financial issues, but she took on my course and my program, joined the membership, and she lost a whopping 30 pounds within the first 3 weeks. And she was serious and committed about this. She got there. So can you. If you put in that type of effort, you'll get that type of result. So let's get into the meat of the training. I told you I would be teaching you 3 emotional eating mistakes that a lot of people make today and how you can overcome them. The first one is the real reason why people can't overcome emotional eating for good. And that's what's stopping them from finally getting healthy and slim forever. So emotional eating mistake number 1 is fad dieting, jumping from fad diet to fad diet. Now, fad diets can and have been dangerous to a lot of people, but you probably never really let it sink in. That's why it's so dangerous. And I'm gonna give you a few reasons why fad dieting can be so dangerous emotionally. And it's because they're designed to get a temporary result. Sure, you can scale fad diets, and that's why they work, because the science behind it is if you do a certain type of style of dieting, any kind, if you change it, you're going to lose water weight and glycogen first. And that's why people lose weight. But then after that, it really get complex. So if you're still following that same diet and not committing with it 100%, the results may stop coming in. And if you keep forcing it down, then it may lead to other problems, because you can't sacrifice nutrients. You can't be nutrient deficient and expect to get healthy results, because that start messing with your metabolism. And by fad diets, I'm just referring to the diets that people put on front face on social media. Diets works. Diets has healed and made people survive life and change their life because of the nutrients that they put and the way they approached it. If you're approaching diet for the wrong reason, then it's not going to work for you. But I do want to let you know that jumping from fad diet to fad diet, you're actually losing nutrients and destroying your metabolism, because you're not giving your body time to adapt and adjust. You're moving around and you're losing out on a lot of healthy nutrients. Long term, doing this can really hurt you. Not only do you lose water and glycogen at first, but you gain it back in one way, then you lose it another, and then you gain it back. But overall, you're losing nutrients. Your body's not getting what it needs. Your metabolism is suffering. Like, you're pretty much destroying yourself by doing this type of dieting style. It takes time for your body to adapt. These techniques are not sustainable long term. They will destroy you in the long run. Over the course of doing these styles of dieting, a lot of things can happen, like depression can arise. You may begin to lose trust in yourself, concluding that there's something wrong with you, that you're not worthy of losing weight, and you may feel hopeless. And it's tough to deal with this, but fad dieting is not the way. It's dangerous, and even physically, like it can kill you over time if you deprive your body of all the necessary nutrients, and it can actually increase body fat, cause you to lose muscle mass. Your bone health can suffer. You can get fatty liver, cirrhosis. And when you teach your body to jump around from different type of diets in that extreme manner, it becomes used to it. So it starts settling within fight or flight mode, which is like survival mode, which means it minimally use anything that it doesn't have to use in order to stay alive. It thinks it's about to die, so it is not using all the resources available to help you lose weight. It's not worrying about losing weight. It's trying to stay alive. So by putting your body through this type of extreme diets, back to back, jumping from different ones, that cause your body not to be efficient. Not saying that diets are bad. I believe in diets, but if you're not stabilizing yourself with one and bouncing around with all of them, then you're suffering yourself. Your body is not going to be effective and efficient at doing any regular source that it's supposed to do. And every time, the faster, as soon as you quit or change, the faster you start to gain weight, the harder it comes to lose the weight the next time. And these patterns becomes our norm. And that's when all the heavy stuff starts settling in, where you feel like you can't do it, something wrong with you. You start to give up, but don't give up. Not right now. This process do not work long term. You're suffering yourself. You're actually hurting yourself. And if you keep doing it, you hurt yourself very bad. Maybe may not even be able to come back from it. What we need to do is make eating healthy a natural and easy part of our lifestyle. We need to make it fit us, not make it harder than it needs to be. It's just that we have to choose a way of eating that we can keep with for the rest of our lives. And this is going to be available to all of us. We need to learn how to make it easy so we can't fail, so that if we just do what is necessary, we will get the results and we will feel good. And we need to learn how to make it simple. So let's talk about calories and nutrient density. Have you ever done this before? Have you ever used these factors? Well, let me tell you, it's like this. In order to turn this into a lifestyle, in order to eat healthy long term, we have to understand the type of foods that we're consuming. And the first thing, instead of counting calories, we could use the density of calories instead. And this is an alternate version of a type of diet that you can use if you don't like counting calories. So if you eat foods high in calorie density and nutrition, then you still can get the satiety and the benefits instead of counting calories, but you have to literally stick to that type. Like I said, diets work. You just have to stick with it and let your body adapt and adjust to it, and add in the necessary nutrients that diet might not give you, because a lot of diets remove food groups, so you have to add in, supplement with the things that's missing. However, if you want to do a free-flowing diet, stick to foods that's high in nutrients and density. For example, look at the image on the screen. Now, there's a shot of 400 calories in a variety of food choices. If you can notice, on the very far right, 400 calories of oil and fat is a very small amount. So that's probably not going to keep you full for long. And then processed junk food of 400 calories is about the same. You actually have to eat a small bite just to get 400 calories. And then with the meat and dairy, you get a little bit more, but still not very satiating. But look at the 400 calories from starches and grains. It fills your stomach all the way up. And then the non-starchy vegetables, 400 calories, fill you up completely. These make you feel very full and satiated, and it gives you a lot of nutrients as well, things that your body needs. And those things are things in the terms of macronutrients. Now, I'm sure you heard of those before, but if you break it down, they're the things that calories are made up of, like protein, fats, and carbohydrates, and they give your body energy. So I'm sure you heard of those before. The larger nutrients contain calories like protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So the energy density, or the caloric density, in the number of calories in a given volume. So basically, you'll be choosing foods that are low in calories but high in volumes of nutrients. It makes you feel fuller longer on fewer calories, such as fruits and vegetables. They have a good source of those type of nutrients and low calorie benefit. And then you may be wondering about the taste. Yeah, sure. Fruits and veggies and healthy foods don't taste good because your body is used to getting getting sources from processed junk foods, and those things are full of flavors such as oil, salt, and sugar, and that's not actual food. Those are the things that our taste buds are used to and our taste buds like. So if you start eating the healthy foods over time by stepping away from the processed food, your body will once again get used to the veggies and fruits and start to begin to enjoy those type of food again. Over time it will, so it takes time, but you have to train yourself away from those. If you eat sugar, you crave sugar. Sugar is addictive. If you train yourself to eat fruits and veggies and get the sugar and the unhealthy processed foods out of your system, you will begin to desire and crave healthy fruits and veggies once again, and the foods will begin to taste very good, I assure you. Give yourself time to get there. Not only that, these type of foods helps to prevent heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and also lead to faster weight loss, satiety, prevent a lot of other diseases, and helps you have amazing digestion, better energy flow, and so much more. Like, you get all of these from eating and churning your body from processed foods to health foods. You get all these benefits. Food is what caused a lot of illnesses in this world today, and guess what? Healthy foods can prevent it, and sometimes it can transform it, but you have to do it. And sure, you're not going to get it right the first time, but we're going to work until we do get it right, and that's why you need a coach. I already know the path and I can take you there. And if you apply everything that I just told you, you get a win-win-win. Real quick, I'm gonna show you a good recipe that you can use in replacement of fast foods, which is you take all the vegetables that's in your house. All vegetables seem to go together with me, but take your favorite if you want, but take the vegetables you have in the freezer, throw them in some healthy oils, preferably extra virgin olive oil, stir fry it, season it to your liking. You can, if you're looking for some proteins, you can add beans, or you can add some fat-free meat or ground meat. I use a lot of turkey. I use ground beef sometimes. You can use ground chicken. You can use any type of unfried meat, healthy meat, low in fat, high in protein if you're on that road. Stir fry it with your veggies, mix it up, season it, and enjoy a very fast meal. And then you can put it in the refrigerator and eat it during other times. And this is a different version, a transformation of what you can call fast food, because now you can throw whatever you have in the fryer, in the stir fry, and use as a healthy mix when you really need fast food. You don't have to run into McDonald's to get something to eat. You can just go in your fridge, mix that up, or you can go in the store and grab you some fruit. Banana is packed full of healthy carbs. It will give you the pump and the zing that you need when you're hungry, especially before a workout or after. The only thing that you have to worry about when it comes to preparing your healthy foods is flavor, and that part has already been figured out. There's so many recipes online. You can get whatever you need just from a simple Google search. You can make food taste like anything that you want and still get the health benefits. There's no excuse nowadays. And technically, if you eat this way, by focusing on health foods that's full of nutrient density, you really don't have to count calories again if you go to that way of life and stick to it. You don't have to use point systems. You don't have to use none of those tracking and calorie counting gimmicks. You can just simply focus on your body's responses and health food. That's one way. You can reduce cravings automatically, and you start to lose weight, and you'll be fuller and satisfied for longer. And don't forget about the micronutrients. These are the smaller nutrients that quality foods have within them, such as vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, flavonoids, stuff like that really pack a nutritional punch. These are nutrients that your body really need that doesn't have any calories, but also enhances our body metabolic processes, creates sustained energy, cellular repair, waste removal, etc. These micronutrients help reduce our cravings as well. They lower our dependency on junk foods and create a better satiety. The second biggest mistake people do that's trying to eliminate emotional eating and stop the cycle is that they rely on external factors, and system, which is a very, very big mistake. I could say this is the biggest mistake, and I see it time and time and again. People rely on external things outside of their control, things that are not like on their person. And it makes sense because most all the diets out there are just like the last version. 99% of the advice is external and based on gimmicky stuff like Weight Watchers, point system, tracking apps, Fit Buddies, accountability system, Facebook groups, food scales, eliminating food groups, checking in as if you're not a grown-up, things that are not sustainable long term. Basically, what is this doing to the brain is speaking to the gamifying part of your mind. Gamifying your health, focusing on quick wins, and this can be addictive because that's why games are addictive. You depend on point system. It makes us feel like we're in control and give us that quick win. But even though the quick wins are in points and stuff, they're not really nothing you can do without the system. When you take it away from the system, it's useless. It's trapping us into an addictive cycle that we cannot sustain, because when your brain gets tired of that, it's eventually just gonna stop. Like, we'll get addicted to it for a while. We might even get a few results, but after a while, our brain get tired because the results gonna stop based on the effort that we have to put in, and we're just not gonna be doing it, and we're gonna gain all the weight back. Which studies show that when you focus on systems like this, you lose the weight and then you gain it right back, and then much more. And that's why external system fail, because you can't use none of that stuff outside of the system. So what if you're tired? What if you're on vacation? What if you're taking a break that day? Like, all those systems fail when you stop. Ultimately, you're not able to maintain them long term, and they're not really truly in your control. Like, if you have to check in with the buddy system, like, do you really want to be checking into somebody for the rest of your life based on your health? Do you really want to rely on these apps and systems and points to trap you into thinking that you're being healthy based on the number that shows up on your phone, or based on a feedback or reporting from your accountability partner? Do you really want to rely on that for the rest of your life? But look, you got way more power inside of you than letting someone treat you like you're a child that forgot to brush your teeth or something. Deep down inside, you have the power. It's been there all this time. You just need someone to show you how to harness it. This internal power you already possess, and you can use it for good if you just get someone to show you how to get there. It's the best way to create healthy outcomes within your life. It's about finding that way inside ourselves so we can lose all the weight that we want, feel great, have better digestion, more energy, preventing and reversing diseases, tap into our own power that's already been there, the strength, mastering it, using it. It's the opposite of willpower. It's internal power. And I can teach you this with our 3-part system, the Mindful H system. And within this 3-part system, I'm going to tell you how it works. There's 3 things that you have to be aware of, and we all have access to it no matter where we are in life, no matter what we're doing. And even if we fall off the wagon, we can always come back, because this system is within us. It's always been there. No one just never showed us how to get to it. And once you're able to tap into it, you realize that's the only thing you ever needed to lose your weight and to get healthy and to stay that way forever. This internal power consists of 3 things, and that is your head, your heart, and your hunger. And to break this further down, the head is our mindset and the way we think, like eliminating the limiting beliefs. And our heart is our emotional state and how we feel. And the hunger is listening to our body, what our body is telling us, because our body knows what's best and we should listen to it. It tells us what it's need. That's how it's designed. Let's talk about the limiting beliefs. Have you ever had the feeling of you trying something and you keep failing and you think there's something wrong with you? Oh, I'm never going to get this figured out. You know what? I can't do it. I give up. I'm not like everybody else. I can't do this. I weigh too much. Those are called limiting beliefs. Now, if you don't know they're limiting belief, then that would be where your mindset cut off at. Like, that would be all you know. And that would actually turn into a crutch, and that would be your end point. Your end game. If you keep telling yourself that, that's what's going to happen. They don't call me the myth buster for nothing. Like, we can take those limiting beliefs and chop them up, break them down one by one, and transform them into a whole new light. That's the mind part. You're way more capable than what you think you are. We're going to release those beliefs, those limiting beliefs. We're going to release those roadblocks, and you're going to learn how to save your own life by developing the mindset that's capable of getting to any goal that you truly want. Our Mindful H system gives you a true feeling of internal personal power. It's the only power that we need, the only one that we have within us at all times. No matter what we're doing, it will be there. You just have to learn how to access it. So if your method of creating a healthy lifestyle is not based on internal power, it's eventually going to fail, because you're relying on things that's outside of our control. If we can't control it, then that means we don't control the circumstances. We don't control if something changed. We don't control the way other people respond. We don't control anything outside of us. So if you rely on that, then something will always shake you up and mess up your current system. But if it's internally controlled, you always have the chance to do right by you. And that's the most important thing that I can give you. So if you really think about all the times that we've been through problems in life, we had trials, tribulations that we got through on our own with our own mind. Like, that's power from you. That's you. That's all you. It's no difference. The thing is, when we get deprived, we make choices and we come through it because we have to. I'm going to teach you how to access that power at will. We're going to harness this power and use it for our health and our fitness. We're going to be able to put this into practice and find a very efficient way to create tons of energy and health, prevent diseases or reverse disease, improve digestion, and eliminate emotional eating for good. Let's talk about emotional eating mistake number 3, why people deeply struggle maintaining weight loss over time, and how to get to a place where you can reach and maintain your perfect weight forever. The reason why people deeply struggle with maintaining their healthy lifestyle over time is because they rely on the wrong thing to fuel their goals. They rely on hope and other people, hoping that someday it would get better, hoping that someday they would get it right, hoping that someday things would just work out. That is no different from walking out into the roadway without looking both ways. Like, if you just walk out there, you do not know what's going to hit you and knock you off course. Hope is not going to solve your problem. That's like leaving your health up to chance. Like, that's a losing game. You have no control. What's going to happen is your emotions are going to take over. You're going to start doing that same cycle again, yo-yoing. If you're not in control, then your emotions, untapped, uncontrolled emotions, is the worst thing that you can let lead your life, because emotions, untapped and uncontrolled, rely on external circumstances to determine what choice to make next. You do not want that. That's why we're in this situation now, is because we let untapped, uncontrolled emotions lead the way. That's why these little gimmicky diets work. They're the same diet, they just have a different name. They have the same processes, it's just new. People always want the new thing, the new diet. And once you try the new diet, at first you get the same initial benefit. Your brain feels rewarded. You feel like you in game mode, and you start down, and then you start that same downward spiral cycle over and over again. That's why these diets work. Diets do work. First of all, I believe in diets. Diets have saved people's lives. But if you're going at diets the wrong way, then that's why you're not getting results. That's when it turns into a yo-yo diet. You start the diet, you get excited, you get happy, you're on point, you do good for a couple of weeks, and then you stop, you reward yourself, and then you reward yourself too much, and then you go down and you feel like something wrong with you, because you go back through that cycle all over again. You do good, you reward yourself by taking a break, because it's hard. If you can't stick with it, that's the problem. If you stick with it, then you'll start winning. However, you have to understand what diet you're on and what you're choosing, because our body has to have a certain amount of nutrients to survive and to have sustained energy, and for digestion and for health reasons. We're humans still. So most diets, especially the extreme diets, are good temporarily, but if you're going to use them, you have to modify them to what your body, mind, soul, spirit needs. So what is the real solution? The solution is something different than you ever tried. It's based on something that you already have that you probably didn't know you had. It's something that you possess not only now, but you've been having inside of you for a long time. It's a very clear system. It's proven, and it's going to help you train your mind, body, and soul to understand what it want and need. But it's something that you don't just need to know intellectually. It's something that you need to understand down to your soul, something that we can teach you how to create a muscle memory, so it's just a part of who you are and what you are. Therefore, you're able to use it long term, consistently, even forever. The solution don't need to be just easy. It needs to be so simple that you don't have to think about it. It has to be convenient, helpful, supporting, and loving. Your body should crave it. It should be full of self-care, understanding, nurture personal growth, and personal power. There has to be a proven path. Why? Well, think about how motivated we are when we see a change that somebody made and they got there. You don't know what they went through, but you know that they got there, and they can tell you how to get there. You're more at peace knowing that somebody has walked that path and accomplished a goal. And the only thing better than that, when a large amount of people have walked that path and got the same results in various forms, but they got the same results from that same path. Like, how reassuring and beneficial is that to you? Trying to figure it out when somebody else has already figured out is frustrating. Like, why reinvent the wheel when the path is already there? If someone already got the result that you're looking for on this path and they tell you how to do it, why would you go outside the way and try to create your own way or figure it out? Do you know how much trouble it is to figure out things that you never experienced before? You're going to have to try things. You're going to have to fail. You're going to get frustrated. You're probably going to quit and then start back. But when you start back, you're starting on a whole different path, and you're starting to experience the whole different type of failures all over again. Because when it comes to diet and health and lifestyle and happiness, there's a lot of ways we can go about it. Not only will you lose a lot of money, but all the time you spend trying to figure out how to get to your goal, you're literally losing time that you could have been transforming a healthy lifestyle already. Because food damage your body, bad food damage your body, and it takes time to fix it and heal itself. But all the time you're using trying to figure it out, you could have been using to be transforming your already healthy lifestyle that we give you, and being the healthy, happy version of yourself that you're looking for from a path that's already there. The best time to work on your health was 20 years ago. So since we can't go back in time, the next best time is right now. So what are the results of executing this mindful H system effectively? And a reminder, that's the head, heart, and hunger, mindset, emotions, and listening to our body. What is the results of executing this system effectively? Well, you can actually lose 20 pounds in the first 4 weeks by implementing this system. And then you can also go on to lose 8 to 20 more pounds every month after that, and eliminate emotional eating for good. Never be at the mercy of anything that's outside of your control. And the best part of this mindful H system is that it's available to you right now, and you will never have to wonder how to lose weight, what diet to follow, how to stay consistent. You won't have to track any point systems or have an accountability partner, Facebook groups as your dependency. And you can use those things because they work too, but you don't have to depend on those. You only have to depend on what's going on inside of you. The solution is right there within you, and it's been there for a long time. You just need someone to show you how to get there. So take Erin, for example. She was about 50 pounds up, eating whatever she wanted, basically junk food. And it not only wasn't helping her, but it was actually killing her. She said, I felt like I couldn't do this anymore. And so she joined our program, our mindful eating program. And she said she never felt this type of support. And she went on to lose about 21 pounds in 6 weeks. She was so motivated to show up for herself. She had her dignity back, just like Jason. He lost 25 pounds in the first 3 months. The lowest weight he's ever been since he was in high school. He said that he felt real good in his skin, had tons of energy, loved the food ideas, the recipes, and gave him the foundation for him to follow for the rest of his life. He wasn't deprived. he was actually thriving. Amy, she said that she did the yo-yo diet for some time and she didn't want to do it anymore. She said that she couldn't do the yo-yo diet for the rest of her life. Like, eventually she joined our program, our membership. Not only did she lose a lot of weight, she was excited and full of energy, happy, and her energy level was actually through the roof because she never experienced that type of energy level before, and weight loss. Not only was that, she was also able to sustain it. Like, she could never not choose that ever again because it was the most transformative experience she had within her life. So now I guess I have to give you this choice. Either you can do this the hard way, figure it out for yourself, which gonna take a really long time because I did it that way. Honestly, I went down a couple of different paths. I tried different things, end up doing it the wrong way, going down the wrong path, which took me years to figure it out that I was doing it the wrong way. And I can also guarantee that you're going to end up back on the yo-yo diet again, because usually when you don't know where to go, your emotions kind of figure it out for you, and it's usually not the right way. So you don't really want to waste your precious time. You want a clear picture, because all the time that you spend wasting to find the way to get to serenity, health, happiness, and it's the time that you could be used living healthier right now through a system that's already been working. I can teach you my mindful age system right now, give you the lock and key, and you can keep your weight off for good. Just like Aaron, Jason, and Amy, you can consistently create emotional happiness and get vibrant energy levels, healthy digestion, feel amazing with all the power that you have inside of yourself that's been laying dormant for all these years, waiting to be unlocked. You can end your emotional eating, get that perfect weight that you've been looking for, and maintain it and stay there forever or as long as you want, and eat healthy, easily, happily, for good, without having worries and concerns about your diet, lifestyle, whether you want to count the calories or not. You can get to where you want to be, how you want to be there, because it's all about the internal locus of control, which is what we're going to teach you. Your choice. Because right now, I'm looking for a very particular type of my dream clients where I can help them achieve the same kind of results that I shared with you today for a limited time. I will work with you to achieve your weight loss goals. And if you meet this criteria that I'm about to describe, like, I can get you results. So I'm looking to work with people who really truly want to stop their emotional eating, finally get off that roller coaster diet, their weight gain and overeating. People that want to have healthier, higher energy levels, who want to eat healthy, prevent and reverse diseases, create more longevity, feel amazing in their perfect body and their perfect weight. People that want a system that's easy to implement, that's going to work forever to reach their perfect weight and stay there happily. People that want a process that actually works and will continue working forever. And this is how this process is going to work. We're going to focus on a specific custom tailored strategy that's an execution that's going to help you solve two of the biggest problems that emotional eaters face. And we're going to create an understanding of your unique set of circumstances and life experiences, the strengths, the challenges, and we're going to create a custom plan that's going to work for you. And we're going to help you to understand it and teach you how to remove eating from your vocabulary once and for all. And the second thing is we're going to teach you how to understand and gain control over your mindset, which is, I think, is always the biggest thing, because if you control your mind and your emotions, you control your life. You never ever have to feel out of control again. You won't have to follow a fad diet just because it's in the media. You literally can choose the way you want to lose weight, because you control your mind and your hunger and your heart. And we're going to give you a simple step-by-step way to get to this point. You don't have to worry about the yo-yo diet patterns anymore. We're going to create a personalized system for you to follow. All you have to do is join, sign up, become a member, fill out the onboarding document, follow the quick start and the guides, and you will be on your way to the lifestyle that you've been waiting for your entire life. And I can say that because once you learn and understand how to control yourself, like, you can do whatever you want in any aspect of your life for the rest of your life. Even when you fall off, when you focus back onto the mindful H, the head, heart, and hunger system, you will always regain control and remember where did you drop the ball and pick it up and keep on bouncing. You don't have to use any more complicated systems or gimmicks if you don't want to, but if you want to use those systems, as long as you understand how to control your mind, then those systems will be working for you, not against you. You will be in control. That's the biggest point. Who is this system for? It's for people that want to stop using complicated systems and gimmicks that do not work long term. People that already know about healthy eating but want to take it to the next level. Even if you are a beginner and you still want to completely control your emotional makeup, your emotional eating, and your overall emotional mindset and health. People who do not want a quick fix or a gimmick. People who are tired of the yo-yo dieting. People who truly want to end the cycle of overeating and binging on a lot of junk food. People who truly want to mindfully eat to live. People that understand that they have to have some skin in the game and put in a little work to develop a positive mindset. That's who it's for. Those are the people that I can help bring to another level and get results. Now, with that said, the people that it's not for is for people that are not prepared to think about things in a new light, look at a different perspective, people that do not want to work, people that are under the age of 30 and who are not concerned or care about eating healthy. It's not for people who trying to get skinny real quick by unhealthy means, not for people who don't have time to devote to a transformation for the better. The better the people that fit these descriptions, the better I can help. I'm looking for win-wins over here. Knowing that you're a good fit, I can get you there. I want to see all my clients get results. And the best way that I can do that is if you fit the description. So if you do, join below, join our membership, fill out the documents, on board, get ready to transform your life. Because right now I'm being 100% upfront with you. If you don't fit that description, I can't guarantee you the results. Not saying that you're not going to get results, because it is a system. And if you follow it, then you can win. The reason why I set the age limit that way is because anybody under 30, honestly 35, they tend to easily be distracted. Like if you don't get tired, you don't get deprived, you don't get to the point in life where you really want to change and you're tired of yo-yo dieting and fads and gimmicks until you get close to the age of 40. That's why I set the age that way. But if you are ready, then join below, become a member. As a film this video, close to 100 people to apply within the last couple of days. So this opportunity is extremely limited because in order to create and keep and maintain a more personalized experience with everyone that's on our coaching team, I have to keep it small and compact. We only work with clients that we sure that we can get results, people that are certain and convicted for change and an evolution. Now this window of opportunity, I hope you understand this, it's not going to be available for long. But like I said, I can't take on too many more clients. So if you want to join, act quickly. Go ahead and make your choice. Become a member today. If you feel like this is right for you, join. Otherwise, if you're not ready for a change, if you still got a couple of yo-yo dieting strategies within you, go ahead. I gave you enough information to do it on your own. But if you want a coach, if you want a system that's already proven to work, if you want to go on a straight and narrow path, join today. Become a member of the Mindful H family. With that said, I'm Rod Dowdell, and I will see you later.